Hello, Chelsea fans. Welcome to another episode of the Blue Post Podcast. I'm your host, Nana Kumi. And this game, man. Wow. I'm not gonna lie. When I saw that lineup, I kind of gave up. I gave up hope. No Reece James, no Caicedo, no Cole Palmer, no Malo Gusto either. No Liam Delap, not even on the bench. I don't know what happened to Liam. I thought he was fit. There was no update on the situation, so I'm not sure what's going on. With all these key players out, I was like, ain't no way we're winning this game, especially when Arsenal is going full guns blazing with the actual starting 11. Let's look into it. Arsenal started with Timber, Gabriel, Saliba, and White. Declan Rice, Zubamendi, and Odegaard. Up top, they had Gyökeres. On the left wing, they had Trossard. And then right wing, they had Saka. With Robert Sanchez in goal, Joshua Champong starting on the right side. Wesley Fofana, center back. Trevor Chalobah as the other center back. And Marco Cucurella as the left back. We had Santos and Enzo Fernandez to start off in the 6 together. And João Pedro in the 10 with Esteval on his right side and Pedro Neto on the left side and Marguerite on top. We saw what Arsenal's game plan was, and that was not to give Chelsea any room or space to play out the back. Because when that game started, anytime that the ball will go back to Robert Sanchez, they will press. In the beginning, we were not able to find our feet at all because we were making some very simple mistakes, which was coming from Robert Sanchez holding on to the ball for too long and playing players under pressure, which is not necessary. I get it. You're trying to play out from the back. You could always play the easy pass. You don't necessarily have to always have to play the line split and pass. I feel like you have to judge those type of passes. You have to know who you're giving the ball to. Like, you should know the teammate to give that type of ball to when they have their back against their goal and they're under pressure. You should know. You should know what player to give the ball to, who could turn under those circumstances. There was a couple of times where he was giving balls to players in situations where it was very risky and they were losing it, but we got lucky. But our luck did not last that long because 6 minutes into the game, 6 minutes, we give up a silly corner and we concede. I have two bones to pick here with the corner. First of all, we're playing a team that we know is very good at set pieces. How are we conceding a corner 6 minutes into the game? How is that possible? How? How we that turned off that we're not paying attention to the fact that this is literally one of the best set piece teams in the league at the moment. My second issue was Robert Sanchez. As a goalie, if you're gonna come out to claim a ball, I'm sorry, you have to catch it. Either you catch it or you punch it away out of trouble. And he didn't do either. He missed the ball completely and Ben White wide open. Probably the easiest goal he ever scored. João Pedro was there, lost his marker. I don't know what he was doing. But in the replay, he was on the floor. I don't know how he even got to the floor, but he was there. Moving on. Second goal, again, Sanchez. Saka whips in the ball. It's on the ground. He comes to claim the ball. You will think this is easy peasy. Like, just get the job done out the way. Nope. Grabs it, slips out his hand. Gyökeres is there, scores probably, again, what it is, probably the easiest goal he's going to score in his career. At this moment, I'm looking at the game. I'm thinking it's GG's. There's nothing else for us. We're going to go to Arsenal's away, Arsenal's home and get spanked. That's what's going to happen. 2-0, losing to Arsenal, and then we're having to go back to their home ground while we're down 2. That's not happening, bro. We're not winning that game. So it was looking a little bit bleak. But Liam made some crucial substitutions that made a huge difference. Looking at it, I was not really expecting much from this substitution because originally what he did was he took off Marguerite and then he took off Joshua Champong. He then brought on Garnacho and then Badiashile. When I saw Badiashile, I was very annoyed. I didn't know why he was on that pitch. Maybe Josh might be hurt. He didn't play bad, but I just so scarred from Bali Chile that I just don't like to see him on that pitch, right? I just don't like to see him. But anyways, Garnacho gets into the game, man. Super sub, super sub, right? He goes on the left side, and then we had Pedro Neto on the right side and Esteval in the 10 position. Although I was seeing them go into that right side from time to time, they were kind of switching off. Where I think Pedro Neto will kind of take more of a striker role, switch off with João Pedro drop into the 10, and then Esteval going to the right side. Esteval was giving Timber a run for his money. I know that boy's gonna have nightmares about Esteval. He's gonna dread having to guard them in the second leg. Because every time Esteval got the ball, he was just so direct. Right? Just going at Timber, beating them. There was this one play where he cut it back. He had Timber twerk it. This was crazy. I kid you not. And that's what I love to see. That's what I love to see. Pedro Neto didn't do too bad. I think he had 2 assists because the first goal from Garnacho came from his cross, and then the second goal was also from his corner. So I think it was 2 assists. He had a couple plays here and there, but nothing too crazy. Garnacho, standout performance. We needed that second goal. We needed that goal because if we were to go back to Arsenal with a 2 goal disadvantage, it was most likely we weren't gonna win that game. Even going there with a 1 goal disadvantage is already a problem enough, but at least we're still in the game. At least we still have a fight. I really liked what Garnacho showed today. But one thing I would like to say though about this game is beside from the changes and everything, the boys showed a fight. Although we didn't have our star players, they still showed resilience. They showed the urge to try to win the game when we went down. There was no hanging our heads. They got back into it and try to fight and fight and fight. And I like this resilient ball. I like it. I like how we go guns blazing, try to attack as much as possible. But the one thing that I would say though, maybe we shouldn't force the short ball as much. If it's not on, just go long. Even if you're not gonna win it, just go long to give your players some time to recoup. Because I hate to say this, but if those 2 goals that Sanchez gave up didn't go in, we might have been looking at a different game. I'm not saying we would have won, but it might have just been a tie or something. But we need to play to our players' strength. And I hate this statement so much from the owners. They're talking about some, yeah, if we lose Carabao Cup, it's not a big deal. No, bro, we're not in the situations to be picking and choosing what we want to win. We have to win it all. We have no other option. We might not even have any trophies this year. So what makes you think it's okay not to try? That's definitely not the mentality at all. We don't want that at all at the club. But anyways, guys, thank you for tuning in. That's just my 2 cents. I think this is Esteval just needs to keep on getting played. I think Esteval just needs to keep on getting played, and he's gonna keep on getting better and better and better. Because you drop him in an Arsenal game of this big magnitude, he was probably our best winger. I know Neto had 2 assists, but he was probably our best winger, no doubt, no doubt at all. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, turn on the notification bell if you do subscribe, and see you in the next video. Peace. I'm out.